yeah, we're both in the same kind of realm where we're not going to college.
Yep.
We went to high school. We're not going to college. And we're like, yo, you're doing audio and I'm doing film.
Mm-hmm.
How can we do that? Because those go a lot hand in hand, you know? So you and I were like, you know, what do we do? And my immediate thought was, we need to just be in the same space. Because I was in a place where, you know, you get out of high school and you don't go to college, all of a sudden there's no one else like you.
Yeah.
Who wants to actually do something.
Yeah.
You know, like, I say that lightly because that's not entirely true. Obviously, there's you and I, and we're prime examples of not doing that. But, you know, a lot of the people that I knew that weren't going to college, weren't going to college, just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Or they went and just, you know, were like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, whatever. And I had no one around me that was saying, and even in my friends in college, they didn't know what they were doing. I had no one who was like, this is a path that I'm going to go on. Like, I knew I was going to do film. You knew you were going to do audio. And we're like, we need to be in the same space. So we moved into my parents' basement.
Yep.
So, but on top of that, 6'5" Audio happened.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, the thing is, and still to this day, you know, even though I'm no longer here, it's like I still value the relationship we have, because I think there's something to be said about talking to somebody who truly understands what you are going through and what the things you're working on are like.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like just the life that we have is so different. You know, it's like sometimes you can't find time. Sometimes there's too much time, and it's like,
yeah,
it's an oddly busy schedule where things just, you know, sometimes you can lose touch. But I think, you know, all the time we had spent together, I think we both learned so much.
Oh, for sure. We did some sweet projects.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there will be more to come. You know, I have no doubt with what you guys are doing, and of course what I'm working towards. I know we'll be working together soon, but like, you know, everything we did was just another chance for me to really take it to the next level. And I really did.
Yeah. And that was a big thing that I was going to say when you were down here, is like, you mentioned to me so many times that you're like, I'm just learning. Like, we sat down and watched a master class together.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and like, I remember you're like, I need to buy a bookshelf. And the next day I come down here and there's a bookshelf filled with books. And I was like, I don't know how to read those. But you're over, you know, one of the biggest things that you were saying is like, I'm in such like learning mode or whatever.
And I think it's hard because there's something called analysis paralysis. And I definitely feel like I'm getting to that point, because as much as I feel like you need to, you know, shove knowledge in your brain, you got to use that knowledge and nurture it and work it. Because, you know, for all the stuff I've learned about writing songs and making music, really haven't made much. You know, it's like I make music all the time, but it's all sitting on a 5 terabyte hard drive and clogging up space. You know, it's like, it's cool, but I don't, you know, I need to take some of that and really pump the creativity into it and start working those muscles too, because that's the thing. It's like, you're right. Learning mode, that was a very important year for me. You know, that was a huge year for me.
Yeah, it was a whole year.
And I definitely
crazy.
I don't regret any time because I learned so much, and that's so important. It's just to make sure that you feel comfortable with where you are when you start putting that content out there and creating. But you know, that's the thing is like, you know, all that time learning and reading, it's like you also just, it's because you have an itch, you know. And I think that's the thing is I have this burning itch in the back of my head just to create and to be creative, pump out my own material. And just, again, but everything, even my own material, is always just so that you can get better and learn, because that's the fun of it. You know, the fun of it is once again, waking up in the morning and realizing that you're better than you were yesterday.
Yeah. I think it was a good stepping stone for both of us, for sure. And obviously I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. But yeah, I
think you're pretty well.
We also had some good times, dude. When you're in the space and, watching master classes, and every day I'd wake up and you're eating my cereal. And
we'd have some drum jams and stuff.
Dude, that was a blast. Anyway, it was a really good time. And I think it was really good, for us. But one, I think the best part of it for us was like, we now, this sounds so cheesy, but we do now have like each other in the sense of like, we're like the only people that I know that are in this position right now. And I think that's really,
where
really
we
cool.
are, at least, of course. Yeah.
But you leave me. It's okay. I'm not hurt. No, I'm just kidding. But you left.
Wait,
to,
but before you deviate on that, I mean that's a lot of where this podcast got originated from.
That's true.
Is because
yeah, that is true.
Because you feel not a bit alone, but we're all individual people that are self-motivated to educate ourselves and put that knowledge to work to really develop ourselves. And part of that is we feel really segregated. We've all lost a lot of friends, I think partly because we've just grown out of them.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And
100%.
And that kind of leaves us standing out on our own. So we really want to build a network of other creative individuals.
Yeah, I think
like
that's
us.
really important. You know, I think one of the things I've really let go a lot of is friendships and relationships. You know, and I think that's a big part of what gives us all inspiration in the first place is those relationships. And it's hard because all the friends, like most of the people your age, it's like you can't spend time with them. It's unbearable at times, you know, and especially the things that they want to do. It's like, I can't do that. You know, that's the last thing I would want to do on a Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah.
When are the times that I'm free. And then even, you know, the people that you do want to spend time with, like Cam, like whenever we do stuff, we're like, we should be working.
We're busy
like,
doing our own thing.
It's like we should be working.
My problem is always my friends are all like, well, you can make your own schedule. I'm like, exactly. That's why I can't do anything.
that's why
I
right
got to
now.
work Friday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.